Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chilling, Mark. What it is.
Same old, same old. A bunch of games on sale. A lot of discounts going. I told you I picked up Prince of Persia, so I've been actually on that one. That game is actually quite good. It's pretty fun.
Yes, sir. Did you do you know how far you are?
I'm pretty. I'm like maybe an hour and a half in or 2 hours in. I'm like learning the gameplay, kind of discovering this stuff. I got like maybe like two different powers. So I'll say maybe like a quarter to more than like maybe like 30% done with the game.
All right, all right. So it's not really a long game. Got you.
It's not it's not intended to be a long game. I guess if you're 100%ing it, then it would be slightly longer. But for right now, it's good. Like the gameplay and how it moves. It reminds me of a lot of like the old Strider games.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, all right.
So it's
I
fun.
like that.
I'm
That's not
digging it.
bad. Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you?
Not much.
Ready
Chilling,
for that
chilling.
Dragon's Dogma?
Oh, 21st is the early release for it. I think digital. It might be out earlier.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. I've seen some stuff saying the 21st. So I'm definitely going to check that out. Am I ready for it? No. No.
You've been wanting this for so long.
It has to be real first. It has to come out first. That's all I'm saying.
3 days, 9 hours, and 38 minutes to be exact. The 22nd is the release date.
No, no, I understand that. But there's things that say like it releases on the 21st digitally. So like, all right, if that's true, probably like 21st at like 11 o'clock or something like
Oh,
that. I'm
okay.
like, all right, let's check that out.
It looks good.
Uh, so I don't know where they got this from. Is Maki Ito singing the I guess it's the theme song from Evangelion.
Okay.
Pretty funny. Have you ever watched Evangelion?
No.
I always think about that as people bring up that anime a lot, and there's a lot of tropes with it. Like Shinji, get in the robot. I don't know what any of that means. Still don't.
So they say Dragon's Dogma 2 can be pre-downloaded as early as March 20th.
Oh, it's the pre-downloads. All right,
Yes, and
all
then midnight 22nd. So
right, okay.
21st going into midnight. Sometimes that goes earlier. That they usually release that like around 10, 11 o'clock. They don't even do the whole midnight. But who knows?
Mm, hmm. We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, there's a lot of game sales going on, as you were
I have
saying.
no idea why. I mean, Steam is the usual. They do a what would you call it? A seasonal sale, and this one is the spring sale.
Yeah.
But I have no idea, no earthly idea why everybody else decided to do it the same weekend. Because Amazon's having game sales and game merchandise sales, as I said about like I think they also have the
Okay.
Mario Lego. But then I see Best Buy is going all out. They have a ton of stuff, and they definitely have Mario Lego here. Would you like to buy it?
No, I'm good.
Um, like they have not just that, laptops, and again PC accessories. I'm looking at you. Maybe you'll have a monitor.
Oh, I got why they probably everyone has sales right now. It's the end of the
Okay.
first quarter.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's not for St. Patrick's Day. I got
Nah,
you.
fuck the
I
leprechaun.
got you.
Yeah, because it's almost the end of the first quarter of sales, and they want those sales up. So them getting merch sells and helps them boost their numbers. So that's kind of the
Okay.
corporate side of shit.
All right. All right. I see.
Cause
I
it's not
see.
Easter, cause Easter is like in 2 weeks. So I would have said the Easter, but Easter is not. Well, and like, and usually that's toys and chocolate.
Okay. Okay.
Unless they know something I don't know about electronics and Easter.
Nope. But maybe the Easter Bunny wants to get some of that money. That's
he
why.
updated. He updated his rig.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He was playing on an egg before. Could you imagine how hard that is to do?
Yeah. So he was like, I gotta update
Um.
this shit.
Yep. Let's see. What else is there? There's a lot of stuff. Did you see the Wolverine? They're slowly trickling them out. Did you pre-order the Hulk Wolverine combo?
No. Oh, the patch.
Because they're
Yes.
still going.
Yes. I pre-ordered the patch and
And the
Joe.
Hulk,
Yes.
they'll fix it. Okay. Because I
Yeah.
see now the latest one they're showcasing is the Brood Saga. I guess it was.
Yeah. That one released this last week, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
The
So
the patch and Hulk one they it released in April.
got you.
But yeah,
I
they
think that was
showcased a
the
lot.
but I don't think they're out. I think isn't that just the pre-orders going up for them for the Wolverine
Um.
Lalandra one? Because I don't think that's
Oh,
out,
they
right?
no no no. They're starting to send off. They're starting to be sent out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. A lot of companies are starting to send their stuff out. So a lot of the companies are getting their figures in because I just got a confirmation from NECA that the things I pre-ordered last year is coming.
Okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
tired of these fucking year-long pre-orders. I forget that they fucking exist.
I
And they're
mean,
like,
you
"Hey,
ain't
we
the
sending you
only one.
stuff." Oh shit.
Yeah, you ain't the only one. You gotta wait, just like everybody.
Yeah, man. But what did I pre-order? I pre-ordered the Leo and Raph of the Last Ronin and the Splinter, and I pre-ordered the box set of the Year of the Rabbit of Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So that should be all coming in tomorrow actually. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of things going
You
on
you didn't
right
talk
now.
about that big boy.
Uh,
That Krang. What the hell was that?
so it's I forgot the company's name, but they did some turtles like that too, and they're like massive, like brolic and shit. So they did the Krang of the
Boy.
series, and I think they're doing Shredder next.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
he's mad
Because
wide. He's not even like tall. He's wide. He's like Zangief.
okay, all right.
But it looks pretty dope, and they're pretty detailed and pretty solid, like oriented. But yeah, it's a company. I forgot the name of the company, but they did turtles like that too, and the turtles are look like massively diesel.
Mhm.
So the turtles have turtles are like a horror in the toy industry. Everyone gets a shot at making the Ninja
Who's
Turtles.
who puts them out nowadays?
So you got Playmates that get do the regular basic toys and the movie toy line stuff and stuff like that. Then you got NECA that has the license. You got Pops that have the license. You have Super Seven that has the license. They have you have Loyal Subjects. They've been doing figures as well. And then you have I think McFarlane's doing something with Turtles as well. So like everybody got a little piece of the fucking Power Rangers and Turtles. They did the one too, and then I think they're doing a series 2 next year because they Power Ranger Lightning Collection is on hiatus right now. So yeah, it's a lot of shit.
Gotcha. All
Them
right.
turtles are
Okay.
like banking everything they can. They're like, oh, you want to make toys? Okay, how much you got? Okay,
How
sounds
much you
good.
got? True that.
So I think the difference is like I've explained this many times. Like the Super Sevens are based off of the original figure line, so a lot of those figures are based off the original toys that are getting remade and remastered. NECA has the movie, the original movie license and the cartoon license. So everything they do based off of is the cartoon license, the comic book now, and the movies. So they have three different tiers, and then now the Archie comic as well. So now you have the IDW comic, the Last Ronin comic, you have the Archie comic, you have the cartoon, and then you have the movies. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's so much.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Turtles like
is.
oversaturated, but man, do they sell still like crazy. And then the movie line, they still got the movie
Yeah.
line ones too. The
Oh,
monster line, the monster.
but
The,
the monster. I'm about to say, how many more movies they got?
well, they had the new movie ones, which Playmates are doing too, and then they have other companies doing versions of those figures as well.
Have they gone ahead? Because we know there's like maybe at least 10, right? 10 Ninja Turtles movies, right?
Yeah,
Have
Ron.
they made? I mean, recently. I don't mean back in the day, because obviously they did. Have they gone about making each one of those? Because remember, they did that ridiculously good job on the first three, right?
Yeah,
Even though three didn't deserve it, they
but
still went
those
ahead
those
and did it.
figures are fucking beautiful though.
That's what I'm saying. They are.
They are beautiful.
Skyscanner does not care.
Yeah.
But did they go ahead and do like brand new 2012, brand new,
No.
like the few other ones? Did they say, okay, it's time. We're
Mm,
doing Michael Bay ones.
no. I
Like,
don't think they will either.
really? Okay.
So NECA wanted the nostalgic factor, so that's what usually they play off of. So everything has to be like the old school one. The reason why the Turtles 3 got luckily got like that, because visually making figures of that is just figuratively they look good. But other than that, like if anything, if that movie wasn't connected to the three, I don't think it would have happened.
Mm,
I think Super 7 is gonna do a remaster of the 2003 figures, which I've been hearing, but it's not gonna be based off the cart.
okay.
It's gonna be
Okay.
more on
Which
the.
movie was that?
So it was the
Okay, I don't
cartoon,
remember
the
2003.
cartoon.
I don't. But
Um,
no, no,
the
no. But that's a series, right? Did
yeah,
they
yeah.
have a movie for that as well?
No, they didn't have a. Well, they did have a movie, but I don't think it's gonna be based off a movie. But they had like the Turtles Forever movie like later on that
Gotcha.
combined everything together. But what they're gonna do with the 2003 series, because 2003 also had a shit ton of figures, and I think they're remastering the popular figures of those.
All right.
Um, but
Is
other than
that
that,
the one? I just mean figure look wise and Turtles gear wise. Is that the one where they had the colors with the white or no?
yeah,
That is the one where they had the like the white like the cloth on their arms and like the
yes,
calves and stuff.
no,
Yes.
that's Next Mutation.
Oh no.
The It's the one after that. They didn't have the wraps on their hands or anything.
So let me ask you about Next Mutation. Has that got any type of love? Because I know, regardless of if it was bad or not,
We don't
they
we don't talk about that one.
but they made the musical turtles. I'm just saying, some company made the musical turtles, and we know people like to forget about that.
Actually, you know what? I think that one has more of a nostalgia factor now than it ever had, as in people actually downloading they re-released the soundtrack on Spotify,
What?
and at one point it was on the top 10.
What?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
many
and it's
songs were in
fucking
that
terrible.
soundtrack? Let's be realistic. How many songs were in that
There was like
soundtrack?
10 songs.
10. I
Yeah,
was gonna say I thought five.
and then
I'm
you
like,
had
how many songs can you sing while wearing those suits? That's all I'm saying. That's all
someone
I'm saying.
sang and they just danced to it.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're
But
right.
shout outs to Tenacious T. Me and Tenacious T actually have a review of the Turtles concert. So if you want to check out our Shell Shock podcast, it's a review of that. We actually watched it. We actually watched the Christmas special too, that which was fucking terrible as well. But
I'm just saying. I know. There's a lot of
Pizza
bad. There's a lot
Power,
of bad.
at least Pizza Power came out of that, and that was like probably the best song they had.
Pizza Power. I'll
That's the
give back to you. I'll give no, 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 no. I'm not gonna let it go. Now you're gonna make me go listen to the soundtrack. I'm
Pizza
gonna
Power.
see if there's a better.
Pizza Power was
I'm
a
gonna.
good one.
I'm gonna see if there's a better. No, no. I'm
I
just saying.
feel
No,
that
that's
you
like
need
the
to
title
watch the whole
track.
concert. Like, just watch the whole concert.
Mm,
Because it's a
that's-
storyline.
oh,
It goes to a whole story.
is it still on YouTube?
Yeah, I have it. I have it
It's
saved.
still on. Yeah, because I know I remember seeing it.
I
I just
haven't
didn't watch
saved.
the whole
I
thing.
think I actually think Paramount might actually release it on the app too.
Uh, hmm? Okay. Wait a second.
Yeah,
Wait a second. Wait a second.
yeah, I found it.
Okay.
It had a whole storyline too. Like the concert had a whole storyline and everything. With Shredder coming out and fucking Shredder had a song and April had a ballad song and Splinter had a song. It was fucking bad.
Was he sad?
Yeah, he was
Was Splinter
skipping
sad?
stones. That was the song called Skipping
That's,
Stones.
that's really funny. All right.
But Pizza Power is probably the best song that's on there. There's another one that's not bad. Coming out of our
Listen, I
shells.
know they're not what they as they call them bangers. I get that,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm
Pizza
just
Power
saying
was a
there could be
banger.
one or two.
Pizza
There could
Power
be.
was a banger.
You stand by that?
The fact that yeah, I stand by that one because also they used it for Turtles in Time, so everyone knows that song because of Turtles in Time.
But what? How did they do it? Did they chip tune it or something?
Huh?
Did they chip tune it?
No. The arcade that was the opening song for the arcade.
Oh,
Dun,
I
dun,
completely forgot
dun,
about.
dun,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dun,
I know what
dun.
you mean, but I completely forgot that
Dun, dun,
that's
dun,
that
dun,
was.
dun, 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 dun. That's the only one that actually had like has a catchy vibe. So like you hear it, you know that you know the song. So
Yeah,
I'll say Pizza
yeah.
Power was the best
Yeah.
thing out of that thing, and then maybe Coming Out Our Shells was a good song. It was all pretty terrible to be honest, and
I know, I know, I
I
know.
I would recommend being maybe high if you're watching the whole thing too because it's
This
stupid. It's
you missed
so
what
fucking
you missed
stupid.
16 days.
Huh?
You missed 316 days, so you could have had some 316 IPAs.
Yes, I actually had them. They're actually quite good.
I saw one thing that Stone Cold reposted it. And it made me laugh. And it was like, "You drove 30 minutes just to find the last two cans
Yeah.
and sip them in my bed." And he was like, he just put it like an emoji or something. It was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, he has a new 316 version, which is kind of like a. It tastes like their basic IPA and their double mixed together.
Does that just mean you instantly burst into flames?
Um, Not really. It's actually a smooth taste.
Okay.
It's a bit smoother than a double, but it's slightly bitter, more bitter than the original IPA. I'm a big fan of all three. I even like the lager, so they have not disappointed me when of the build of the beers they made. But I did like the 316. I did have it. I did have it yesterday. It was quite good.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, someone posted the 316 day. You see Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you see St. Patty's, and you see Sheamus with a Guinness.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was like, I respect
Is
that.
he is the man hurt? What's up with Sheamus?
He got married.
Wait, so he never actually? Oh, that was Drew. No, that was not Drew. That was Sheamus that got married a while ago. I thought.
No, Sheamus got married. No, it was Drew that got married.
Oh, so then
Sheamus
Sheamus
just got married.
still
Yeah,
going.
he just
I
got
got you.
married, and I think they're about to have their first kid or something like that. Sheamus works
Okay.
fast. And I think that's why he'd been taking time off. He was also having a nagging neck injury for quite some time too, so that might just needed time off and just needed to relax his body. And I think also he's in a contract he's in a contract year as well, so they might renew him and things like that. So who knows? But I know he got married recently, and I think they're expecting their first child. And I think Triple H has been very keen on people having their moments with their family and shit. So if you need time
Mm-hmm.
for your family and shit like that, he wants you to take time off.
Okay.
He don't want the that old school, oh, you missing birthdays and shit like that no more. He wants people to embrace their family and shit and have the time, which is great. It brings morale up.
That's true.
Yep, yep.
That is true.
Oh man, but yeah, there's just a ton of Nitro figures. Um, they do a lot, but yeah, watch the concert. It's something. It's not great, but it's something.
No, I see it. It is something. I didn't realize they had dancing pizza boys.
Oh yeah, they
I
did.
can't. I can't.
Oh yeah,
This
they
is
did.
not being made up. What is
Oh
happening?
yeah, and Pizza Hut was a big sponsor of that shit too. I was at
It's
that concert. I
this
was
is
like 8 years old at that concert.
unreal.
I was having the
Dancing
time of my
pizza
life.
boys.
I believed in everything. I had the cassette tape and the
I mean,
CD.
what's not to believe of? They said, "What do we want?
Yeah.
Pizza." It gives us our strength. All right. Well, it do what it do.
It does.
Can't be mad at them.
It's great. It's great.
I could be mad that they don't have shelves because I know 100% that that can't fit underneath that damn vest,
Yeah.
which is why their heads look so big because they don't have the shell to like
Yeah.
even them out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
other than that, all right, all right.
And they're not even playing the instruments. Like they just tapping them.
No, they are. No, they're not. And there's no. To be fair, the instruments for Pizza Power, pizza, they're playing them like cymbals
Yeah.
and throwing it to the crowd also.
And until you see Donatello with the keyboard guitar,
With the
and then you just
guitar,
see him like
yeah.
tapping it, just throwing his fingers on it.
Yes.
You know
And
what, man?
What's
That's like
April
one of
doing?
my favorite.
What? Let's see Shredders because the Foot Clan they look like the Foot
Oh,
Clan. It's
Shredder's
a
terrible.
very generic outfit.
Shredder
It
has like a
looks like
big
it looks
ass head.
almost like it's the same thing from the movie, just with a little bit of like this armor on it. Which
Yeah.
the Foot Soldiers don't look bad. They
Yeah.
actually look kind of cool. Shredder looks terrible though.
Yeah. Yeah. He's terrible.
His mask is terrible. It's awful. It is funny to look at this and see that there is an arena full of children just booing this man.
It was
Boo
funny.
Shredder.
You know what?
Boo the bad guy.
I
Boo the
think
bad guy.
Jackie said something about this too, and I'm not recalling it, but she said like one of the Broadway people, one of the people, I think the person that plays April is like a well-known like Broadway actress too.
Oh, the lady that's playing. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, like she has like many like big roles in Broadway. Cause I remember watching it
I
and
don't doubt it.
Jackie's watching it with me, and she was like, "Oh wow, she did that? Like, oh, she has this and she had like a crazy career."
I don't doubt it. She does have a massive hairdo, though.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
That that hair is up there. Jesus.
And then Shredder had a song called "I Hate Music."
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. There was a kid about to fight him in the crowd. He stood up and had nunchucks spinning in his hand, and they had him on camera because he refused to sit down. Is this is wild.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I don't remember like the advertisements for that. I just remember didn't they have one commercial that they used to play on TV?
They had a
They played
commercial,
some of the songs, like a little tiny pieces of like one of the songs or something.
and I think they were on like Oprah Winfrey.
I don't believe I saw them on Oprah, so I can't.
Yeah, I
That's
remember,
funny,
and they
but
like again going through the history of it because we did it for the Shell Shock. I'm looking up like the advertisement and shit like that, and yeah, they did a big Oprah Winfrey special, and they had kids there, and like, oh, we are showing the incident, and they were talking to Oprah Winfrey and saying, oh, you got pizza, and nothing like that, begging for fucking pizza, like they always fucking do. Poor ass turtles, just robbing people to buy pizza.
mm.
They rob people. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I also wonder why there was never really like a storyline of the turtles going rogue and just stealing pizza.
Right?
There's never been that story.
Well, I think
Nobody's
Splinter.
ever dared to write that.
Yeah, I think Splinter like will nip that in the ass fast. So he made them to act
No, I
civilized
don't
and
mean
shit.
that. But I'm just saying, like, they never even tried it.
Nah.
Like, there's never been like an episode where Mikey goes, "Dude, I'm tired of paying for these through a manhole or through a damn sewer grate. Let's
But
just go rob a Domino's."
he learned how to make it.
Didn't he? No, didn't Donnie learn how to make it, and
No,
then he made all them really weird ones?
Mikey was the one that learned how to make it,
I
and then
thought Donnie
he
was
will make. Donnie made like a turtle oven to make multiple pizzas at once, but it was Mikey that used to make it. He used to cook it and stuff like that. That's why they have like. That's why Mikey was the pothead of the turtles because the
but not
combinations
the
he
old one though, right? Not the old series, right?
yeah, the
Because in
old
the old
series.
series, didn't they always like buy it from somewhere?
No,
Or
he
did they
started
always
making it.
call someone on the phone? Oh, they
No,
did.
he
Okay,
started making it too. And
okay.
or they'll add shit to it. Like they'll have like a bunch of leftover pizzas in the fridge, and they'll just throw like cocoa puffs on top of it and shit.
Oh, okay. See, I did not know that was in the old series. All right,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. Turtles are potheads. I swear to God,
Did you?
they
Well, no,
like
just like you know, the rest of them. No, Leonardo's a narc. Mm,
no, Mikey, 100%, 100%.
He's a narc. Mm.
He's an arc, yeah. But everyone else,
And
they
Raphael's too angry. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's
yeah,
too bad.
he's more on. He's probably on crack more than
He's
anything.
just angry.
Yeah,
He's an anger junkie. He has problems. He's the turtle that was dropped.
yeah,
Little kids kept going to the store and they picked up Raphael and dropped him.
yep, yep.
That's it. Every time he tried to bite him.
Oh,
So what else was brought out?
oh, the
Because
Street
things
Sharks from
happen.
Mattel.
Things happen. That's true.
That
Now
is
I wish they made commercials for that. That's all I gotta say. If they brought back Biker Mice from Mars, they have ongoing turtles. They're bringing back the Street Sharks. I wish they would just make a commercial.
yeah, probably.
Just saying.
I think they'll
Just
do
saying.
like how NECA does it. They'll have like a little snippet on their Instagram because NECA they'll do like little trailers for their characters.
No, I'm saying I want like I wish somebody would do the full homage because they're doing the homage by making them look the same way, right?
Yeah,
Street Sharks had a commercial for the toys.
yeah, yeah. I get Vin Diesel back.
He was in the commercial?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. I
Yeah.
remember we talked about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
No, you don't need Vin Diesel. No, you don't need him.
Just
But
whole homage kind of shit. But yeah, I think they're setting. They got the first three of the wave is coming out. It's up for pre-order now, to be honest. And then you have the second wave coming out later this year.
because that's the villains, right? Or are they the
Two
villain?
heroes, one villain.
Two heroes, one villain. All right.
So to be exact,
Because I know there's four sharks, right? Or is it three sharks?
the heroes there were five altogether.
But that was later. They didn't start with five.
Yeah,
I know that.
there's like Power
They started
Rangers.
out with either three or four to
It
be
was four of
to,
them.
it was four in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the one with the rollerblades.
Mhm.
He was kind of
Mhm.
like the Mikey.
Which was in because if you go to the stone protectors, which I'm surprised, did they do stone protectors
No,
already? It's probably gonna happen.
you know what's funny is I've actually found one the other day that I almost bought. And when I
It's
was with
probably
Tommy.
and then one of them had rollerblades. That's the one I had. He was literally the Michelangelo in the show.
Yeah.
So I don't doubt it. And you just reminded me. All right, let's go in and not in order, but let's try to round these up. Did they do Mumesa yet?
They are being made, and the people that did the Biker Mice from Mars is doing it.
So now we
Narcella,
got
yeah,
now we
Narcella.
got Biker Mice. We have Mumesa. We're talking about Street Sharks because that's a real thing.
Yeah,
What else from
Battletoads.
that block? Excuse me, they
They
remaking,
did Battletoad figures.
but I'm talking about like, as in like they're recent.
Yeah. I think they came out this year.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even hear about that though. That's man, listen, there's too many.
Yeah.
It's too many.
They were running a little too high. That's why I didn't get them.
Did they do any? So
They're based off the video game
again
one
from the shows
though.
from the shows from the time? Did they do the creepy crawler show?
No.
Because they had toys. I don't know if you remember them.
I remember them,
They were actually pretty good. They were
and
big
they had
and they had the little
the
goo.
creating thing too, right? You had to create your own
No, no,
shit.
no, for the heroes, they didn't. They did not have those. They
Oh,
had the little goo from the creepy crawlers, like the magic, whatever, the monster maker goo.
yeah.
You put it in in the torso of the creepy crawlers toys,
Ah,
and then you
okay.
flip it because that was supposed to be their power in the show.
Yeah.
Was the goo. Um, if they didn't make your own, that would be great because that's kind of like one for one what creepy crawlers is known for.
Yeah.
But you couldn't play with that, or
No.
you couldn't pose that because it'd be jelly. It would just fall. It would just fall. Um, all right. So who else is from that era? Even the obscure ones. Silverhawks actually did get a thing.
Yeah.
Silverhawks got a thing. They got theirs after Thundercats got theirs. Like they're from the same
Yeah. Super Seven's doing them.
manufacturer. Uh, trying to think. No
Uh,
Exo Squad, right?
no Exo Squad. I don't even know who. I don't even know anyone has the rights to that right now.
I'm just saying. Just thinking about who would come out of the woodwork. Has anybody got the SWAT cats done yet?
So the SWAT Cats supposed to have a cartoon within this year.
But nobody's doing their figures.
No.
Boo.
So who knows? So maybe in the cartoon releases they might have figures because even the Voltron ones had figures.
That's another one. Voltron. Didn't
Voltron,
Voltron get
yeah,
a remake
yeah, and
recent?
they got new figures and shit. It was not a remake of
Brand
the
new.
original figures though, but
No,
it was
no.
based off the new
Well,
one.
I mean, oh wait. So the form factor is not like the original Voltron.
No.
Okay. All right.
Masters of the Universe, they do have their
Masters
Masters
of the Universe.
origins,
Yeah.
but they've been having that for quite some time. GI Joes have been the same thing. Transformers as
They
well.
never stop. I'll give it to
Yeah,
them. They're like turtles. They never stop.
and they sell still really good.
Yeah.
Like even their HasLabs always fucking hit the mark.
I mean, because that's part of what GI Joe is known for, the vehicles.
Yeah, I
So,
think there was one that didn't do well, but other than that, everything else always hit.
we don't have to talk about Transformers. They never stopped.
They never stop.
GoBots. Has anybody tried to rebrand GoBots and bring it
I
back?
don't think they even get looked at like that.
Okay. I'm just saying because Street Sharks is I technically being realistic on the scale of which knockouts did more people actually like. I think more people liked GoBots. I mean, granted, it's older,
Yeah,
so you have to find people who actually talk about it because it's not gonna be like the more youthful generation talking about it. I get
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But
I think Street Sharks were
people used to
as
shit on
popular.
Street Sharks. Let me just
Yeah,
be real with you. People used to talk really bad about Street Sharks. It wasn't liked. It wasn't a liked cartoon.
yeah.
Like it was a joke. People just used to call it a knockoff constantly.
Oh yeah,
So
because it was like one of the first knockoffs too. It was that the
yeah,
Biker Mice I think came out a little later, but Biker Mice was more well received than Street Sharks.
yeah, because it wasn't. I would say just because it looked so much different.
It was
You
different
know what I mean?
in general. Like it was there were space aliens, there were mutants and shit
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was. There's a lot going on with biker mice. Yeah.
But yeah, but Mattel's making them. I pre-ordered the two heroes. I don't care about the villains. Uh,
The villains are. I feel like the villains you have to get one, and that's probably like the main guy, the piranha guy,
yeah, he's not out yet, so I'll skip the drill.
or the drill face. The drill face is the most recognizable one.
Yeah,
I think so.
but I did the two heroes. I did Ripster and Jab,
All right.
and
All
then
right.
the other two come out later this year, which is the one with the rollerblades, the brown shark, and the main doctor. I forgot the name. The main mad scientist.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're coming back. They look alright too. The figures don't look bad. They kind of made they changed the portions of their body, so it's not they're not just a fucking head.
Yeah, they were just a big ass head.
Yeah. So they kind of like. I just really noticed that Ripster had like cowboy boots on.
Yeah, that seems new. I don't remember that.
No, and then I'm looking at old pictures. Like that was always the thing. He had cowboy boots on.
He always had cowboy boots.
Yeah, he always had cowboy boots on. I was like, I
All right.
never noticed that.
Okay. I'm not mad.
But I'm glad they're getting it. So yeah,
It's weird.
yeah.
I would just say that. That's weird.
But you got Moon Mesa. I think they haven't released pictures of them yet, but they're coming. Um, but I don't know, like other licenses, like, depending on the license and where it's at, like you might not see other ones. Cause like I seen Darkwing Duck get a figure recently too, and his is pretty dope. I think the Big Bag Toys has it, and they did Negaduck as well, but they haven't done any other characters besides Darkwing. Um, they did one of no, that was just Darkwing. Oh, they did the Ducktales too, but that was off of the new cartoon. But other than that, like they
Okay.
haven't. Yeah,
All right. Wait. That's another one. Also, Ducktales.
yeah,
See, I didn't know they made figures for Ducktales. Okay. Gotcha.
yeah. They
Gotcha.
did a new cartoon and they based them off of those.
That's cool. See, the new cartoon. Did you actually watch that?
I watched the first two seasons and it was actually really good, and I fell off on it, but it was actually quite good, and they actually had good voice actors.
Nice. Nice. All right.
Uh,
It's not bad.
the dude that was the Doctor Who, David Tennant, he was Scrooge McDuck.
Was he a good Scrooge?
Yeah, I thought he was good. It was fun.
Nice.
They kind of went
Nice.
more on the comic side of things than the original cartoon, so it was based more on the actual Ducktail comic than yeah.
I got
So it
you.
kind of went more into those stories and the kind of origin. They gave an origin to their mother, and why they were Scrooge, and Uncle Donald was a bigger part of everything too.
Mm-mm.
So there was a good cartoon. It was really well done.
Okay. All right.
Um, the Stone Protectors will be an interesting one to get to see if they'll ever do something like that. I wouldn't pass it.
I wouldn't pass it. I wouldn't pass it.
I saw Earthworm Jim get one.
Yeah, I mean he had it, but see that's the thing.
It
It's
was
not.
off of
It's
the
not
game
like
too.
it's a first time.
Yeah,
It's not like it's a first time because he had a whole line for that cartoon.
yeah,
They made the queen. They made the cow. I think that falls on her. They
yeah,
made the obviously Psychro. I think is his
yeah.
name.
Psycho, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What's
And
the guy with the monkey, Professor Monkey forehead? I'm not sure if they made him.
no, I don't think they made him. They made the cat with the fishbowl head, the diesel ass fishbowl head thing.
Yeah, I remember. Did they make Pete the little dog that gets mad?
Yes, they made a figure of him.
Okay. Okay.
I remember that. It's crazy. Very crazy.
There's a lot of that era that well I'm slowly remembering, but man, I forgot. Like almost all those shows had toys.
Yeah, a lot of them did, or they
Not all of them were good.
no.
Not all of them were good, but I forgot. Like they really did go out of their way to make a lot of those figures. Like
Like I
yeah.
remember going into certain ones to see if you did have a toy line, because you remember we were talking about T Rex, and I was like, yeah, they actually had a toy line, but
Oh,
it was not here. It was like in Europe and shit.
that's another one. T Rex. Don't forget about Cops.
I don't think
Remember
no
Cop?
one knows about T Rex though. I think me, you, you're one of the
You and
only
Jiki's
people
are
I
the
had a
only one.
conversation. I think you're the only person I actually had a conversation about it with,
I'm
because no
telling
one
you,
knows about it. You're
it
the only
was
one
just
that kind of knew about it.
because it's the time slot, man. That was one
Yeah.
of those early morning shows. Like that was an early morning weekend
Yeah.
show.
And they had a toy line, but it didn't only had like four figures, and only like one of the T Rex had like one or two of the T Rex had figures, and the rest of them didn't. And it was like five characters.
Gotcha.
It was
Okay.
something like that. It was something weird like that.
But yeah, I also know that. Mhm. Oh,
I heard Extreme Dinosaurs might be getting one too, but I forgot what company is doing
yeah,
it.
you okay? That was the one I was gonna ask you. I was gonna say, Eat the Cat and Extreme Dinosaurs. Yeah, yeah.
Extreme Dinosaurs definitely. They definitely did have a toy line, but I think they're bringing them back. I forgot what company's doing it, but there was a. You know what? I think that's Nutella too. I think they're bringing the Extreme Dinosaurs as well.
Okay. Okay.
I was
I'm not
surprised
mad.
they took Cowboys and Moon Mesa, so I was like, oh shit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I
But
didn't.
I think about it,
Yeah,
who's doing anything with that? Like it's
nobody. Yeah,
so it makes sense that somebody would do something at
it's still
some
owned by
point.
Disney.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it was.
I didn't
Is a
know. I don't
yeah.
remember it being a Disney show, but I forget that a lot of those cartoons on Channel 7, that was a Channel 7 cartoon.
Yeah,
So
it was.
obviously, yeah.
It was. So
All
who
right.
knows? Who
God
knows?
damn. That's a lot of plastic.
Yep, yep, yep. But I actually want to see how the Cowboys and Mesa are gonna look because if they're gonna go in the same model form as what the Biker Mice from Mars was, I'll be
Yeah, that'd
100%
be
more
good.
behind it. I did not
That'd be
like the
good.
original figures.
Yeah, because they were like the Street Sharks.
Yeah, they were
They
just
weren't, but they
stubby.
weren't soft. The
Yeah.
head wasn't soft. Because I remember the Street Sharks, the arms and legs were solid, and the
Mhm.
head was like you could squeeze it a little bit.
Yeah.
So Moo Mesa was like wide body figures that
Yeah.
didn't have any articulation. I mean, they looked 100% like it though. Just
Yeah.
saying. So I'm
Mm.
not mad. Uh, and before we get to the movie, there's a few things that were announced. So I think between this week and last week, they showed more. They showed Akuma, right?
Yes, they just showed. Come on. We talked about it
That was the
last week.
trailer. Oh, we talked about Akuma. Okay,
Yeah.
and then also they showed because there was the not Fatal Fury. That's not what it's called. King of Fighters World Championships happened over the weekend,
Nice.
and then they announced. Well, not announced. That game was already announced. They showed a full ass trailer for it. The new Mark of the Wolves,
Nice.
which I think is called City of Heroes.
Yes.
I think it's not a good name because there's an old game named City of Heroes. So I
Yeah.
think it's City of the Wolves. I think it is. So yeah, that's what it is. And it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it does look. I saw the trailer you
It's
sent
a
me.
pretty looking game, dude. Like I kind of feel bad for King of Fighters 14,
Yeah.
15, because it didn't get that treatment, but it had to be made to make the money so we can get here.
There you
So
go.
because it looks good. Like I think personally, this is like the one of the top stylized fighting games out. Like I like the style of this game better than Street Fighter.
Yep.
Because Street Fighter is 3D. Like I know it's a 2D fighting game, but there's a lot of 3D. It's 3D models and stuff.
Yeah.
I like 2D fighting games more. That's just me.
Yeah.
Like I like Marvel vs. Capcom and 1 and 2.
Yes.
Like I like 3. I don't like how it looks more than 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One or two
I
amazing.
love pixel art.
Yeah.
So and this I know this is 3D models, but the way they're using the engine and the way they're using like the lighting and stuff, it looks like 2D art. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that's pretty cool.
The same thing with like Dragon Ball Fighters. I love the way
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
looks too.
Yep, that's true. Also, that did happen between last week. R.I.P. to Akira Toriyama.
Yes, it did. Yes,
That
we did
was.
talk about it, but yeah,
Did you have a favorite Dragon Ball character?
I liked the from Dragon Ball Gohan. I liked the Piccolo from Dragon Ball too because he was an asshole. But I was very fond of Dragon Ball, the cartoon of Dragon Ball more than I was of Z. I never really got into Z, but Dragon Ball I actually really loved.
Ah, okay.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it was
like
more the comedic
Piccolo's
stuff
the man.
into it. I think I liked that one more.
Piccolo's the man. In Z, Piccolo and the Great Saiyan Man are my two favorite
Yeah,
characters. And Mr. Satan. Yes.
Mr. Satan.
We they call him Hercule in the
Yeah.
U.S., but Mr. Satan.
Yes. Yeah, he was a funny
Um,
character.
yes, he was. Also, shout outs to the Red Bull Kumite for Street Fighter that happened in New York City. I don't know if you
Nice.
got to see anything about it or where it was, because I know it was somewhere in Midtown. I don't know specifically the venue,
Oh, okay.
but I know a lot of the top players and stuff actually went over there. So Justin Wong and them were over there.
Nice.
Like one of the Japanese guys that people know. Tokido was there. No Daigo. He did not come to America for that. But like the guy Maynard RD that we know, the heavyset Dominican guy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
won once again.
Nice. Good for him.
So like at some point they're gonna have to recognize that he might pretty much is the best Street Fighter player in the world because this is like 2 games and he's just winning like almost everything. So
Yeah. Nice.
so that
Um.
was it was a very interesting event to see. I was spot out like they had cosplay, they had lots of food and drinks there. Like I think that event for what it's worth, it was not the biggest scale event, but from all the videos and pictures I see of it, it looks like it might have been one of the most fun for the players involved and stuff, and run well.
Nice.
Because a lot of the stuff you see people, obviously it's the age of social media, and if something doesn't go right, you're gonna hear about it.
Oh yeah.
99% of the stuff I'm seeing come out of this is people just being happy that it happened. So I'm like,
Nice.
that's how you know the event was run well. So
That's
that's
good.
so shout outs to Red Bull.
Nice. Nice. I was gonna say. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. X Men. 97 starts this Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah. I finished the 5 seasons of X Men.
I
That
will just
last
point out.
season was
Hold on.
rough.
Hold on. Before you go, I will point out something. Maybe this is your fault, but it showed up in my recommended on YouTube. But Screen, what's the really big like movie website? It's like Screen
Screen Rant.
something. Screen Rant did a whole thing. They did the entire series. I think 75 episodes in 36 minutes. I think it's
Yeah.
the video is called. So I think I might watch that.
Yeah. That last season was rough.
Okay. Okay.
It was rough
Can you
because
tell me some of the episodes from the last season so I can try to remember which ones were in the last season and which ones were not?
so you could tell they took a complete overhaul within mid-season. They changed the whole art style in mid-season.
In the middle of the last one?
Yeah, in the middle of last season, like you see the straight up like they talk about Rogue being nerfed before that before in '97. No, she was nerfed in that last season.
As in like power wise and stuff, right?
No, look wise and her buttocks. Everyone looking at.
Yeah, but but see that apocalypse picture is like literally one picture in one episode.
No, but they were like very. She was
It never
very
really.
curvy in the cartoon until that the last 5 episodes of the X Men. They changed the whole art style and they changed everyone's style and everyone looked like a young kid. Even Jubilee had the new
Oh, they turned them
Generation
to.
X costume more than the original costume she
Oh,
had.
you mean like it wasn't just them drawing the same characters. It
Yeah,
was
they changed
literally
them
they
up a little bit.
changed
Yeah.
everything. I got you. That I don't remember.
Rogue's hair, Storm's hair was a bit more straighter. Um, Jean Grey's hair was a little bit different. And then seeing Sinister in a tuxedo kind of weirded me out.
Well, you might get weirded out because I think that's like a rumor that they're gonna use him for the
Oh, that was the
first
comic.
villain. Oh, that's for the comic books.
That's for the comic
Oh,
books. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh so there's no live action
No,
Sinister in a suit
not
coming
yet,
out. That
not yet.
sucks.
Yeah.
Boo.
But that last half, because they did a Jubilee Fairy Tale, which wasn't that great. They did Old Soldiers, and they seen Captain America and Avengers to fight Nazis. That was an okay
That was.
episode, but the animation was just hard.
I remember that one. That
Yeah.
was cool.
Graduation Day was kind of just everywhere, and that was the death of Xavier, so you kind of know where you're going to go into this. The Parallax characters were kind of annoying. The Storm front characters were kind of annoying, but they kind of tease, like, say for instance, if this character was Black Panther, it was the wedding of Black Panther and shit, and that's kind of what it kind of gave me. But the rest of them, like the Fifth Horseman shit and all like that, that last season was just bad. Everything else before that was good. I like the fact that they didn't dumb themselves down for kids. They kind of kept it serious. They kind of kept the dialogue kind of interesting. They have a lot of like continuation episodes and things like that. They kind of did the family ties with Magneto and Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and all that stuff. They did a Weapon X origin story. The Age of the Apocalypse, Beyond Good and Evil storyline was pretty interesting. So they did a lot of good stuff beyond the bad. So I'll say the first four seasons were great and were the strong points of the show. And then when it got to the last season, oh, that was bad.
Do you remember the, because I think they did this for all of them, the major storyline for for most of the seasons? Like I know the first one was Magneto and the Sentinels,
Yeah, so they did. They did a lot of those.
and I know second season I think was second season the virus, or was the third season the virus?
So the first season you had the Night of the Sentinels, which was the main storyline, and then Magneto was the main storyline, and then you had the Days of Future Past being the season finale stuff.
Okay.
Then that led into the Phoenix Saga, which was probably the longest one.
Hmm.
Death
Hmm.
Tool's Part, which was a storyline. Then you had the Time Fugitives, which Bishop. I think every time Bishop heard something about the X Men, he's like, "Fuck, what they do now?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, god damn it. Second season was the reunion. It was I think it focused more on Mr. Sinister throughout the season and kind of showing his face. Third
Was that the
season,
one where Morph came back?
yeah, yeah, that's when Morph came back.
Okay.
The third season was the Phoenix Saga. That was like the main focus, and they did that. Then they did the Dark Phoenix Saga, and then it led into that. And then the fourth season, we got Sanctuarium, which was pretty much Asteroid M, Magneto making Asteroid M, and they kind of like, no, we don't want to listen to Magneto and all that bullshit. You had the storyline of Beyond Good and Evil with Apocalypse. It was a four-part thing with Apocalypse, which was interesting as well. And then the last one is the last one, and that's what they did with that.
Okay. Okay.
But 97 starts on the 20th, so everyone check it out. I think the first two episodes airs that day. It's supposed to be 10
Nice.
episodes. And
I think after, well, not speculation. After having gone back myself, but it was a while ago, so I had to re familiarize myself with the first, I guess, three seasons. Is it three or four are good?
the first four are good. Is that
Okay, there's
last
four.
season
So it
that
lasted five. All right.
they just didn't care anymore.
So I have to go back to that
They're good.
and see how I feel about those versus X-Men Evolution, because personally, I feel that Evolution was a better show.
I will say in whole, yes. But you also got to real. I think that they also went for a different audience. So I
Yeah, no,
think
I know,
yeah.
I know. I get it.
But
It's
and
but it's
I like
still
the
a
evolution a lot.
young adults cartoon.
Yeah, I did like X Men Evolution a lot though. I think that's one of my favorites actually. I like that. Even I think Wolverine and the X Men was very underrated too. But I think that
It was
one
very
just
short, but it was very good.
I think that one just like what plagued that one was the time slot and everyone confused over where the fuck to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't see it until it was already gone.
Yeah, I
So
didn't see it till
I
it was on
saw
DVD.
I saw no, I saw it on Netflix. That was a while ago.
Yeah,
But that was way later than even DVD. It was like 2010.
yeah.
When did they go on DVD? You remember? Like how early?
I can't. I don't remember. I definitely was working in Blockbuster, so that had to
But
be
it
like
was
in the
like, do you remember it
2010s.
was early 2000s?
Yeah,
Like before 2010, or do you think
slightly before
maybe
2010.
slightly before? Yeah, so I probably saw it maybe like 2014, 2013.
Yeah, because I think it was on Nickelodeon when it first aired.
Yeah, if that's the case, I definitely didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on Nickelodeon when it first aired.
It is very, yeah, that series is very good. It's just the amount of episodes is way too short
Yeah,
compared to everything else.
yeah.
Would it have only one season or two seasons?
I had one. It
One,
was
yeah,
supposed to
that's
be
what I'm
two
saying.
seasons, and they canceled it going into the second season,
That's what I'm saying. Like that,
and it
that's
ended in
that's
the cliffhanger too.
it being a one and done. I think is an injustice to it because it was really good.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of what were the other X-Men cartoons.
Uh, That's it.
I don't remember the X Men cartoons until like the recent. Like, did they stop making them?
Yeah, there was
They did,
Wolverine the
right?
X Men was the last one they made of X Men.
They did. Yeah, they did. That sucks.
But I was like, you know what? I started Spider Man now. I'm watching Spider Man. I have a lot of back and forth with Spider Man though.
You should start with Spider-Man and his amazing
I
friends.
should, but I started from
You
the X Men
should.
animated series. I ain't going that far.
You know, I'm just saying you should because some of that show that I've seen in clips, it just seems like that show was a fever dream.
It probably was too. Like I wouldn't pass it. I
Like I
remember
think
seeing
it's a.
some
I
episodes.
To be honest, I think you might like it because it might be a little more funny than
How
it's
many
given credit.
seasons is this? It's only one
Because it's
season.
kind of wacky. That's the thing.
How
It's
many
kind of wacky.
episodes? 24 episodes.
That's not a lot. That's not a lot.
But then you gotta go to the 80s fucking Spider Man. And then you gotta go to the 60s Spider
Yeah, I think the
Man.
'60s and '70s. No, I think the Amazing Friends is the funny one, and I think the '60s one is weird,
Yeah. I
and
liked the
it's
80s
funny
one.
because it's weird.
The 81 one was good. It was funny.
Is that the one with Iceman, or that's not the?
No,
I mean,
this is
Firestar.
one before that, Amazing Friends.
Oh, it's before that.
He
All
had
right,
a joke
all right.
about everything. Like he was very sarcastic. I remember having the VHS of the lizards everywhere, and I remember seeing that like to death. And then the Doctor doing Master of the World. I remember those two episodes being in that tape, and I watched it so many times.
There's one of them where Jameson is unbelievable, and I think it might be the one you're talking about.
Yes,
It's one of them where Jameson seems like he is truly unhinged. So
that was 81. Yeah,
that was 81. Okay, I think I need to watch that one again.
because I remember him like getting knocked into seal's habitat in the zoo when fighting the lizard, and they clapping for him. It's like, hey, look, I got an audience.
Oh, that's pretty fun. All right, all right, all right. Okay, Spider-Man.
Oh man, that's too much. I ain't. All right, I'll think about that.
I'm just saying some of the animation may not be better, but how crazy the '70s era and '60s era cartoons are
Yeah,
probably makes up for it. That's all I gotta say. Because even Fantastic Four, the original, that show was pretty good.
yeah. I liked the
It's pretty
Channel
good.
11, Channel 9 one. I think.
Yeah, it was all right. That was all right. It wasn't a bad show, but that one that they showed on Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
that's a good show. It's a good show.
Oh, the animated one you're talking about?
Yes,
That
yes.
I remember watching the one that him and Thing and Hulk fought.
Well, that was the Channel 11 one, or Channel 9 one,
No.
right?
It was the animated one. They were like in a They were like in a
Because I
coliseum or some
remember.
shit.
Oh, that's a okay. Maybe I don't remember that one, but I know they fought in the other one in the street in a construction site,
Yeah,
and
that
Thing
was
got his ass whooped,
yeah.
and Invisible Woman had to save him. So I remember that
That's
one.
the one with the cool theme song.
Yes, yes. No, hey, let's not sleep on the old theme song.
I
I
love
like
the old
those.
theme song.
That silly car.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? Listen, their vehicle was stupid. It was open air.
Yeah.
They got enemies.
They have cosmic rays. That's the least of their worries.
They got enemies. They flying in the sky, open air. Somebody could just shoot your ass. What?
They don't
Fantastic.
think about
Somebody
that.
talk to Mr. Fantastic about that. Mm-mm.
They're
Anyway,
adventurers. They're not superheroes. That's what he'll
you
say.
know what? Miss Invisible Woman was right. She needed a vacation. She needed to leave. She needed to leave.
Alright.
Superhero wing wasn't for her. She should have left.
There you go.
Should have
Should
divorced Reed and left.
she could have been a queen in Atlantis.
Hell yeah, she should have left.
Yeah.
Reed is crazy. He really is.
All right, you want to get
Speaking
into
of
this
crazy
movie?
scientists, speaking of crazy scientists, let's talk about Ant-Man.
Yep.
Let's talk about him and his particles. This is Ant-Man from 2015. This is PG-13, an hour 57. Let's see who directed it. Peyton Reed. Are you familiar with this man's stuff?
Peyton Reed, no, but I know Edgar Wright was originally supposed to direct it, and he wrote the script.
He wrote The New Girl, 3 episodes.
Okay.
That's not a lot.
So yeah, because I remember Edgar Wright was originally attached to this movie, and then he dropped out because of disagreements with Marvel, and then
He
Peyton Reed
wrote a
took
lot of
over.
episodes. He wrote 13 episodes of the Weird Al show. All right, I'll give him. I give him
Yeah,
credit. Weird Al show was pretty good.
yeah. So that's
He
really
did the
that.
Back to the Future TV series, the cartoon. Wow, I
Good for
hardly
him.
even remember that show.
He did Yes Man. I like the Yes Man.
Okay, I never saw it. Yeah, I never saw this man
Yes Man is
with Jim
funny.
Carrey. Yeah. Okay, okay, not bad. And he's got 2 episodes of Mandalorian.
There you go.
I'll take that. Chapter 10, let's see. It's called Chapter 10, The Passenger, and Chapter 16, The Rescue. Were those
Okay.
2 episodes that you liked? Season
Passenger
2,
was a
Episode 2,
Passenger was a
and
good
Season
episode.
8. Okay,
The
okay.
Rescue was a good one too. Yeah, they were both good.
All right. So he has not slowed down. Apparently, the only thing that has slowed down is people liking Ant-Man movies.
Yeah.
But we'll get there someday to the rest of them, right?
Yes.
Let's see who else. We got Edgar Wright on screenplay. It says he's in the writing credits. Joe Cornish, Adam McKay, and Paul Rudd. Did not know that.
Yep. Yep.
We have a story by Edgar Wright, Joe Cornish, and then we have credits: Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby.
Yep. Yep.
The premiere we talked about it. You said it was in July. What was July
July
9th?
17th.
17th. Thank you. Premiered in June. Not as early as our last movie. Let's see. We have Paul Rudd as Scott Lang slash Ant-Man. Michael Douglas as Dr. Hank Pym. Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne. Corey Stoll as Darren Cross slash Yellow Jacket. We have Bobby Cannavale as Paxton. Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson slash Falcon. Judy Greer as Maggie Lang. Abby Ryder Fortson as Cassie Lang. Michael Pena as Lewis. David Malchian as Kurt. Tip T.I. Harris. This man's legal name is Tip. What is Tip short for? Do you know?
Tip. I don't know.
That's just his name. Tip.
Tip Harris.
Huh. No, no, no. No, no, no. So if you read his bio, Tip is his original stage name.
Oh, okay.
So before T.I., Tip was his original T.I.P. was his original stage name.
Oh,
And given to him by his grandfather. Ah.
who knew?
Still doesn't say what his real name is, though. I'm not going to look. Who cares? He played Dave. Wood Harris played Gail. Haley Atwell, same Peggy Carter, right? Yeah, the same lady. Um, Same Howard Stark, John Slattery as Howard Stark, Martin Donovan as Mitchell Carson. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Dax Griffin as Young Pym. There you go. And he's a known actor too, Dax Griffin. Uh, that's about it. We don't have any.
Yeah.
Cool BBQ Kid, Zamani Wilder. There you go. Uh, do we have this movie? Did we have in movie cameo?
No, it was just more of the storyline of
Okay.
Ant Man, and it kind of goes into what they're doing with the new Avengers.
Just trying to see if we had anybody who's uncredited. No. Okay, so let's see. Synopsis is armed with a super suit with the astounding ability to shrink in scale but increase in strength. Cat burglar Scott Lang must embrace his inner hero and help his mentor, Dr. Hank Pym, pull off a plan that will save the world. I think that's a bit uh, of a hyperbole, but we'll see. So I don't know much about the character Ant-Man. This is probably my first big anything starring that character.
Okay, so Hank Pym is the original Ant Man. So in the comic books and stuff like that, when you go Ant Man, it's originally him, and then Scott Lang is the second one. Scott Lang was the more popular one. He's the one that a lot of people actually liked Ant Man for, and Hank Pym was just a wife beater asshole that a lot of people didn't like, but he was a hero anyway. But he also had different personas too. He went by Yellow Jacket, he went by Goliath, and he also went by Ant Man.
Well, was this a result of him going crazy, or was he literally just changing up to not be the same guy?
He a little bit both, little A,
Okay,
little B, yeah. Cause in the when he first joined the X Men, the Avengers, he was Giant Man.
okay,
And
okay.
then Ant Man came in down when he learned that his powers could go reverse, and he was able to communicate with ants, but he was also be able to shrink as the size of one, and that was the basic of it. And
Is
then
he is that Ant-Man the one with the classic suit though that most people remember, the
yes,
old red and blue?
yes,
Okay, all right, with the big silver helmet.
yes,
Gotcha. Okay, so that's the look I'm familiar with
yeah. Scott
for
Lang
Ant-Man.
had that suit as well, but he upgraded it a little bit. So the one that's in the movie, it's more closer to the Scott Lang suit.
Oh, did I know that?
Yeah.
I thought it was a straight up movie suit. Gotcha.
Yeah, but like the helmet and stuff like that, it has a lot of similarities to Scott Lang's one.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. And the yellow jacket that is close to the book, the suit that
Uh,
he had.
no. Yellow Jacket they kind of went more of a darker turn with that, as Yellow Jacket was more kind of a superhero suit with just kind of like Wasp but a male version of it.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So that's pretty much what I from what Ant Man is. Then Scott Lang came in second. He had more personality than Hank Pym. Hank Pym was kind of an asshole and kind of a asshole scientist, and he was probably one of the more not liked Avengers.
But it was more that that's how they wanted him to be portrayed because
Yeah,
they could have not wrote him like
yeah,
that's,
that, and then he also they kind of just showed that he had like a they kind of showed that he just had the issues too. Like he had issues with his
hmm
wife because Wasp was his wife, and they ended up divorcing. Probably like one of the first divorces in comic books. But also he was
Isn't one
abusive.
of like the most famous panels is him slapping her?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
There's also one of in
Yeah, it is.
Ultimates. In the Ultimate Avengers, he's doing the same thing, and then Captain America meeting him at the bar and telling him to grow so he can fuck him up.
Oh, what? What? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Because you remember
Oh,
Ultimates, Captain America was that fucking beast in the Ultimates.
no, see, I never read anything
Oh,
Ultimate.
Captain America was a whole different. The Captain America was a whole different person in the Ultimate comic books. Like he was a tough ass motherfucker,
Okay, gotcha,
but he
gotcha.
still had like that 1940s like politeness and things like that. So when he found out that Wasp got hit, he found him. He went to look for Hank, and then when he found Hank, he was in a bar. So
hmm
Hank was he was telling Hank, I don't want to like seeing you abuse her and things like that. And he was like, you know what? I want this to hurt you. Grow, so I could beat you up and it'll be a fair fight.
So he had to fight him as Giant Man.
He told him to grow so he could because Captain America does have super soldier serum, so him fighting him as regular would be fucked up because
So so
Hank Pym has
I
no
need to know that
power.
about Ant Man.
Yeah,
So when he's normal size, he has no powers.
no,
He has to shrink to get the strength, or he has
yes,
to grow.
yeah,
That's interesting. I never really know. I never put two and two together. I thought once he was in the suit, there was a level of okay, this is giving you something, but you only get the proportional strength when you're small, and then you get the obviously the giant strength when you're big. I didn't know he was just a dude.
It kind of
He
showed
was
in
normal
the
size.
when he was trying to teach him how to punch.
Well, that wasn't fair because he got punched in the face.
No, but there was a scene when he grew into punch. So basically, he
No,
could
no,
still
I know
have
what
the
you mean. Yeah,
reaction
yeah,
to it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah.
I
So
would
that's
say that wasn't fair. He punched and she said you punched like a girl and then hit him.
it.
That's not really what happened, but that's kind of what
Yeah.
happened in the movie.
I
It's
think
messed
they
up.
added more stuff into the storyline just because they made Wasp his daughter. They kind of hinted what Wasp, where was Wasp, the original Wasp, and things like that. Hank Pym was like a forgotten scientist that kind of wanted his technology to disappear because something happened. They go into bits of it, but they don't go really into it until the later movies.
They give you they give you one really good paragraph when
Yeah,
he's talking to him about what happens when you mess with that thing on the suit.
yeah,
And that me without seeing having seen the other movies, just hearing him say quantum
yeah,
and then you shrinking and you can't stop it is like, oh, I kind of understand something. That's probably where the mother went.
yes,
So that in my head is like, oh, there's more here than meets the eye. I
yes,
got you. So but the one thing I would give credit to the movie for is the writing is very good and the acting is good as well. Like it doesn't, there's nobody that's really like poo pooing their lines and their scenes and whatnot.
yeah,
But more so than even a lot of the other stuff we watched recently, I give the movie credit because in the moments when there's no action, the movie is still very good.
yeah.
There's
Very
got a
funny.
lot of
Yeah,
personality from the side characters and
Lewis.
from Ant Man. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying. Like,
like his stories is, in general is just like probably like one of my highlights of the fucking movie.
yeah, yeah. And then not just the stories. This movie had a way of doing the little flashbacks
Yes.
for the stories.
Yeah.
So then the part where you saw that the setup to get him even to be there with the girl with the money, and then she's the guy
Yeah.
she, with the guy telling the story to the that eventually tells the story to Lewis's
Yeah.
cousin, I think it was, and then you find out it's a chain reaction all from Pym.
Yeah.
But the way they did it with Lewis talking in the background because he was telling the story about how he even found out about the bank job they were going to go on. Like,
Yeah.
it's just really good. It's really good. Like, there's a lot to that movie that is just really good, even in comparison to the other movies before.
Yeah. And I
And
like
it's more
the
based on.
humor. I thought it was just a good like the humor was fun. The humor had like it had a good comedic timing with it, and it was just very enjoyable.
True. That's true. That's true. Even the side stuff with the ex-wife and or the baby mama and the cop
Yeah.
and the little girl. Like the little girl was hilarious.
Yeah, she was funny. She was actually
Um,
funny.
mhm.
But
So like there's a lot of the other parts besides the superhero stuff, I think lifted this movie up for me. Like the
nice.
superhero stuff was good, like the CG was great, but the CG ants and all that, they look good and everything. Again, nothing that made me go, "Ugh, what is that? You
Yeah.
know, what am I looking at?" Um, so like that I liked, and then the fact that they gave insects personalities and stuff, and
Yeah.
like the way they had them act and things like that was like you hardly ever see that in like a mainstream type of movie. That's like more of a not for nothing. That's like more of a kids movie type of deal.
Yeah.
You know, like the little ants, and you feel bad for them. Oh no! Remember Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and
Yeah.
the ant was trying to save them from I think it was the spider or something
Yeah.
like that. Just saying, just saying. It's been a
So,
while.
what do you rate this movie?
I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4 or 5.
Like I
And
like it a lot.
so your 4 5s are Kick Ass, Iron Man, Super, Scott Pilgrim, Sin City, Pootie Tang, Kingsman, Blade 2.
Put it behind Pootie Tang.
All
That's the bar.
right.
Pootie Tang is the bar.
Ant Man 4.5. I actually really enjoyed this one too. Now I just gotta look at which ones I enjoyed more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it leads. I think this is gonna go like right underneath Foodie Tang as well. Ant-Man. Go for right. Ant-Man is done. Now it gets bad.
Finally. Okay. Okay.
Our next movie is Fantastic Four.
The
The
which one now?
the reboot,
The
2015,
reboot.
with Michael
The
B.
reboot of
Jordan.
the reboot. Gotcha.
Michael B.
Gotcha.
Jordan version.
All right. All right.
There's not a lot I could say about this movie. Like I don't remember it, and there's probably reasons why I don't remember it. I did see it.
Yeah.
I did not like it when I first saw it. So yes,
Okay.
Fantastic Four is next week. Then we go to Deadpool. Right after that, we kick off
Oh,
2016.
damn.
Then we go to Batman vs Superman.
Damn.
Then we go to Captain America: Civil War. It's like a bunch of back and forth this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go Age of Apocalypse, X-Men. Then you go Turtles Out of the Shadows, Suicide Squad, Split, and Doctor Strange. That wraps up 2016.
Okay.
When do we
Not bad.
see the
Not
next
bad.
Ant-Man movie? Ant-Man Wasp 2018.
That is a little while.
And then Quantum Mania is 2022. No, 2023 actually.
Mhm.
Damn. So there we go. So yes, Fantastic Four is our next movie. I think it's on Disney Plus. So
Yeah, they all are, right?
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. We're Cyclonic. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is Spotify. That is SoundCloud. And we got a, did I say it? Yeah, we said Spotify. And we
Mm-hmm.
got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yeah, yep.
We you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also TikTok, Mark the Mic. Check out our other cast. We have the Morphin Cast, Shell Shock, the Not a Trekkie, and the Gamer Rage podcast. Most of them have new episodes that came out from the last 2 weeks, so definitely check them out when you get a chance. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Peace out. Later.